Yeah, we're from Group 2, and today we're gonna read out a play about social psychology with me as Rifki Ramadan, Fiona as Fiona, Fitria as
Hi.
Fitria, Kayla as
Hi.
Kayla, and Lenny
Hi.
and Lenny as
Hello,
Lenny.
hello.
Uh, Enjoy the play.
Hi guys, it's great to see you again.
That's right, and we've been busy with exam. We haven't seen either much.
Yes, that's right. So, how are you guys doing?
I'm just busy with my coursework and community activities on campus.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
I just had a bad experience last week.
Oh, how come?
So I was using public transportation, the train. The atmosphere at the train station was so crowded. Many people were in hurry. At the time I was in such a hurry that I slept while walking. I fell down and my back also fell down. Surprisingly, the people at the station only saw the accident and didn't help me. They continued with their activities and ignored me as if nothing had happened in front of them at the moment. It made me feel sad and embarrassed.
Oh my god, Rio. No one helped you?
Yes, they saw me but ignored me.
Oh, I can feel your disappointment when you tell me about it, Phil.
Actually, I didn't need everyone's attention there. There were at least one or two people who asked and helped me, but in fact, none of them did.
Hearing Phil's story, I remember the same incident.
Indeed, yes, this was discussed by our lecturer.
That's right. The thing is, I really remember the lecturer telling me about this, but I forget what the term was. Huh? What material? How come I didn't know?
Think about it again. I just forgot the term.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, oh, I remember. Bystander effect, right? The one the lecturer explained yesterday, right? If I'm not mistaken, the bystander effect is when someone feels like helping, but on the other hand, they feel that it's not their responsibility.
I think you're right, Len.
Well, Phil told us what happened to her earlier, and it is what relates to the bystander effect. What do you think, guys, about the bystander effect?
In my opinion, the bystander effect is an incident where there's one person who is in trouble and he needs help, but no one is there.
Yes, and I think people who experience this incident must be disappointed because there is no one to help, but actually there was nothing wrong with the person who watched the incident and have no intention of helping.
Well, right, the people around him also had the same thought. They both assumed that someone else will help them. You could say that this bystander effect inhibits a person from helping others.
Well, that means the people at the station are included in bystander effect, right?
Right, but remember, V, this doesn't mean that the people around the station are wrong. Also, from our perspective, they are wrong, but actually it's not wrong. They are just obstructed.
And the point is, the more people there are, the less available someone is to help us.
The things like this happen very often. For example, the most famous case was a woman who was stabbed in public and many people saw it, but no one helped her until she died.
I remember your story earlier. Actually, they have the intention to help, but there are several factors that make them undo their intention. It could be that the people there did not help because they were in hurry, or maybe there's a guy or a man who wants to help, but because you're a girl, he's afraid to help you.
Yes, Lady is right. We must see what happened from our own perspective. Maybe they are thinking, I want to help, but I don't know what to help. Instead of making things worse, it's better to give up on helping, right? Yes, agreed. It's better to undo the intention than to trouble later.
Okay, I understand the situation of the people at the station. What we think is not necessarily what they think. It's depend on your and our perspective.
Yeah, you finally understand me. Speaking of bystander effect, and by the way, do you know that the bystander effect is only a part of a whole branch of psychology called social psychology?
Yes, here we'll talk about the bystander effect, which is not far from the social psychology surrounding environment in specific situations.
Wow, can you please explain about social psychology? I have always been curious about social psychology.
Of course, I mean, social psychology studies human behavior around them and how the social environment affects the individual.
And I can give you some examples such as conformity or acting like others to fit in, and groupthink, a special type of conformity where bad discussion are made because people don't speak up in group.
Wow, seems interesting. Tell me more about it.
I heard the scientist who deals in this subject tends to believe that all humans' behavior takes place in a thing called social construct.
What that means is that they believe by looking at the society influence on the individual, they would know why would the individual do what they do in that context.
So what I get from your explanation is social psychology talks about how society, environment, or the world around an individual affect the behavior of the individual itself. Did I get that right?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, actually, besides the bystander effect theory, there are still more famous theories in social psychology. There are three theories: the first, genetic theory; second, the stimulus theory; and the last, cognitive theory. Can you explain the theory of social psychology?
Yes, I got. First theory is genetic theory. Genetical humans need other humans in life. So, the social psychology will be useful as a self-protection and defense mechanism. In genetic theory, there are two, nature and nurture. An unconditioned stimulus is a type of stimulus that leads to an automatic response. It is the opposite of a conditioned stimulus, where the response is learned, not automatic. The first one is nurture. Nurture refers to biological heredity and genetic predisposition inherited by individuals from their parents and parents. And the second one is nurture. Nurture is used to describe environmental factors that influence an individual development. These include a variety of influence such as parenting style, educational experience, and cultural background.
And for the next theory, we have the stimulus theory, which is an individual response to a stimulus is determined by what effect or consequence the response experienced in the past when the individual faced the same stimulus. If the stimulus is positive, the individual will repeat the same response, or negative will not repeat the same response. For example, when a dog is given food, the dog will automatically saliva. And when we put out the dog food at the same time as the sound as of a bell, it can increase the stimulus in the dog, so when the bell is ring, the dog will automatically saliva like when he sees food.
And the last theory is the theory of cognitive social. Social cognitive theory is a theory that emphasizes the idea that most human learning occurs in a social environment. By observing others, humans acquire knowledge, rules, skills, strategies, beliefs, and attitudes. If the stimulus is positive, the individual will repeat the same response, or negative, will not repeat the same response.
How? This means that the bystander effect and social psychology are related, where social psychology is related to individuals, society, and the surrounding environment, as well as the bystander effect, where individuals or society are observers around us.
Wow, we learned a lot today.
Yeah, we did learn a lot today.
Night, guys. I gotta go. See y'all.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.